Hello, welcome to the When I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank, and I'll be sitting here talking to you for a little bit. Season six is over, so like I'm not doing these podcasts anymore for a while. Anyway, you'll be getting some best ofs starting today. In fact, you probably already saw them today, but I don't know. I feel like I should still do something, even though season seven hasn't started yet. I got nothing to do, so I might as well talk. So I was watching the news. When I say watching the news, I just mean I was watching the TV. But when I say TV, I was really watching YouTube, and it was a clip. But anyway, there were these two. I wasn't paying attention either. See, so I probably shouldn't even be talking. But anyway, it was like these two government officials from America. I think one's from the Pentagon, and I think one might have been the Secretary of State, something like that. Don't know. Anyway, I guess China has a rocket that's gonna fall back down, into our atmosphere from space. Because that's how you fall back down to the atmosphere. Means you're in space anyway. So the rocket's like falling back down to Earth, right? So like we don't know where it's gonna land apparently, and so they were interviewing these two government officials. Like one guy's dressed in a military uniform, so he's doing some cosplay, and this other guy is wearing a suit, so he's probably doing taxes. But anyway, they asked the guys like, do we plan to shoot the rocket down if it's gonna land in the U.S.? And I'm thinking to myself, let's say, this it's a rocket, so it's gonna burn up in the atmosphere, and so the parts that do fall down to the Earth are not gonna be city destroying, masses of metal. It's whatever. It's not gonna be something that's gonna be devastating. I understand. There could be some damage if it hits a house, whatever. But the whole point is, if you shoot it down with a missile, I'm assuming we can do that. But that could just make it, break up into more pieces that just do more damage. It might be better just to leave it in one piece. But anyway, that's beside the point. I like how we don't know where it's gonna fall, but we're assuming because it's America. We're just assuming it's gonna land somewhere in America. The Earth is a pretty big place. There's lots of ocean. There's other countries. I just like the I don't know the audacity that we're just assuming it's gonna land in the good old U.S. of A. But and I also don't understand how come they don't know where it's gonna land. Uh, don't they have really smart people that majored in math who can you know do some equation where you take the Earth's rotation and how fast the rocket's falling down to figure out where it's gonna land. So to me that means they actually know where it's gonna land, and it's not gonna land in America. They're just trying to have a press conference to look cool because that guy wants to cosplay in his army outfit. That guy wants to wear his new suit that his mom probably bought him. So it's just all a bunch of bullshit. It's all just a story that the press needs to get some clicks and get some views. I'll tell you this: if it did fall down and it was going to land somewhere in America, and if we actually shot it down in 2 days, we'd all be using chopsticks. China will stop us. They'd be like, "How dare you shoot our rice rocket?" But yeah, I'm racist. And I don't think I really don't think that we can shoot it down now. Actually, no, in America, because the reason why we can't shoot the rocket down because it's the Chinese rocket. Okay, so ALM, Asian Lives Matter, that would be violence against Asians. So we can't shoot it down. If we shot down that rocket, that's just minding its own business. The Chinese own rocket. The rocket is basically a Chinese person. So if we shoot a rocket at a Chinese person, what's that say about America? All the woke folk, all the Twitter is just going to be so upset. There's going to be even more anti-Asian violence protests. Asian Lives Matter is going to probably team up with Antifa and like just riot even more. You know, there's going to be more Asian safety patrols in the Bay Area. You know, like there's just been so much Asian hate and Asian violence these past, I don't know, like 400 years, I want to say, and like we're gonna like top it off by shooting down a Chinese person. No, no. So that's why in that press conference, that's why when they asked if we're gonna shoot down the rocket, he was hesitant and did not give a yes or no, because if he gave a yes answer, it just like all hell would break loose. There'd be protests nationwide, and and then why put China in that position to retaliate? We're basically like shooting down that rocket would be like shooting a Chinese national. Why put China in that position when they have to respond? You know, like don't mess with China. Like that's just, I don't know, ridiculous. It's like that would start World War IV. Like think of all the people who made that rocket. Think of all the Chinese infrastructure, the heritage, the honor. They probably had to you know, put it together with kung fu and grit and just Chinese tradition. You know, it's not a rocket. That's a dragon. It's a Chinese dragon. So yeah, like we're not gonna shoot that down. America knows better. And like if America like really is about this, you know, Asian Lives Matter, anti-hate, wokeness, we're not gonna touch that rocket. In fact, if the rocket, hypothetically, the rocket's gonna land in the middle of Chicago, they need to figure out where exactly it's gonna land, and if there's anything in the way of where that rocket's gonna land, they need to like knock down those buildings, knock down that city block, so we don't hurt the rocket. That's what needs to happen. And if we have enough time, we need to like make that area soft, or some kind of protective layer, so it doesn't get even more damage, and so the Chinese can come over and get the rocket. That's what we should do. Or where the rocket lands, we build a Chinese embassy right there, and actually China should get to own that part of America, like where the rocket land, like maybe like okay, like the rocket lands and you let them own maybe like a whatever, like a 50 square mile radius around the rocket, and that's like new China. You know, I think that's what I mean. Like if we're trying to maintain our way of living, that's what needs to happen if the rocket does land in America, which I doubt it will, because remember it is a Chinese rocket. It most likely will, even though it's out of control, it most likely will land and acrobatically flip and land straight up, standing, perfect 10-10, right where it launched from. It's gonna land perfectly right back where it launched from, right on the launch pad. From Beijing is where it launched from. I'm pretty sure from some guy's basement, but yeah. So we gotta keep an eye out on that story. I'm very concerned, very concerned. But other than that, I started working at a big corporation. Because I've said this before, because of the lockdown. the only safe job. I mean, if you want like a job that requires no brain power, like I spend, once again, I focus on eating right, exercising, my hobbies, love my hobbies. Love doing my music. But when it comes to work, I don't want work to be the dominant thing in my life. Like work is like my life comes first, and then I work. Like I don't work to live. I don't live to work. Actually, I live to procure coke so I can lay it on the flat stomach of a 20-year-old who I got in contact with on OnlyFans and snorted. But that's neither here nor there, and that's way too much information. But anyway, no, like when I work, I just want my job to be something that's a part of my day, not like my whole day. So I like jobs where like granted, I have worked with dogs for years. That's an easy job, but it's take that job seriously. Like to me, that's a real job, working with the dogs. But it's piece of cake job. But once again, because of the lockdown, that type of work I can't do anymore, or at least well, yeah, I can't do it anymore. But anyway, so like I'm sticking to like major corporations because they're lockdown proof. And then because the government, I mean, because the people let the government do what they did. We're gonna have another lockdown in my lifetime. Well, depending on how many girls I meet from OnlyFans, maybe it won't be my lifetime. But there's gonna be another lockdown. They'll find a reason. But as you know, big business is not affected by the lockdown. So I had to, I purposely wanted a job with a big corporation. So I got that now. Hopefully I can stay at this one forever. Like the last, I want to say the last four jobs I had, I thought I'd just stay there was, for the rest of my life. But, I'm sure I've said this before, like one job, the location closed down. So, well, I can't work there. The lockdown, obviously. I lost the job because of the lockdown, and then the other job, it was just like a seasonal job, so like it wasn't gonna be a thing. But I mean, I could have stayed, but one of the lesbians there didn't like me. I'm sure I've told that story. Lesbians just don't like me. Like lesbians used to like me, but now they don't like me. And I don't know what I did to affect the L community. But whatever. Dyke's mad. Dyke's mad. Uh, Whatever. I don't give a fuck. Like a lesbian never did anything for me other than show me how to wear flannel the right way. Pretty much. I mean, like once you get to be friends with a lesbian, you look at flannel a lot differently. Like I have two flannel shirts, and the reason why I only have two flannel shirts because I realize that that's the only kind of flannel for me. Because like normally like before I knew lesbians, like I had like 20 flannel shirts, and like little did I know that I was doing it wrong. And so like I cut away all the bad flannel. I have two. I have a mustard yellow flannel, and I have a like a red and black flannel. Both top notch flannel. Gets the L. It gets the lesbian stamp of approval. If you look at the name tag where it says the size, it says Dyke. So I got that going on for me. Yeah, but like I think I'll bust out my flannel today. Get rid of this red coat jersey I'm wearing, but I don't know. I like this jersey though. Lets people know, where I stand. And then anything else I have going on today? Yes, I'm asking myself. No, they're gonna turn the water off today. The city's turning the water off. No, it's not a thing where like we didn't pay the bill. Like this, the city's turning up the water, for this whole area. Um, they're pretending to do work on the water main a few blocks away. They're really not doing anything. It's just that they collect our taxes. They have to like say they're doing something. So there's gonna be a bunch of guys standing around the corner doing nothing for a couple hours, and then they'll turn the water back on. So I'm looking forward to not having water. I mean, I know that sounds weird. It's just I have a boring life, so I'm just looking forward to something new. I'm like, oh, no water. Now I know how third world lives. But actually, that's not true either because I have a shit ton of bottled water. You know, I did not know this, but some people they don't use tap water to cook food. Like when they boil stuff, they actually use bottled water. And I think I want to take that next step and do that. Like, why not? Like, why not be bougie? You know. But see, like, I want to like even like make it weird. Like, can you use vodka instead of water? Like boil. But that's a waste of vodka. Like, I want to make spaghetti and instead of using water, use vodka. Man, I wonder like how big that that stove fire would be. Because you can't. Because doesn't alcohol burn? I mean, I don't know. I've never used alcohol to cook. I've only used alcohol to piss my girlfriend off and have an excuse, you know, for why I cheated. Someone let me know. Can you use vodka to boil like an egg or to cook spaghetti? Like what happens? Like I personally, I don't want to do it because I think something bad will happen. But if you do it, let me know what happens. But I'm not telling you to do it. I'm asking you to do it. So don't blame me if something bad happens. But thank you in advance. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the two shows today of the best of When I Have Spare Time podcast. Anyway, I'm gonna go. See you later.